The cosine law is an adapted form of the Pythagorean theorem, and it can be applied to an obtuse and acute triangles. And it can help solve problems where the sine law doesn't apply. So if we take the triangle ABC, so in any triangle ABC, our c squared, so the side of c, is going to be equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2 times a times b times the cos of c. It also works for b squared, which equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cos of b, and also works for a squared. A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos of a. So really what it's taking is it takes whatever side you want first. Your angle is going to be the angle opposite it. And your other two are going to be your other two sides. So if we take the following triangle, knowing that it is a 90-degree angle, we can apply the cosine law. So we want to find the side opposite the angle that we know. So we want b squared is equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2 times a times c times the cos of 90 degrees, which is the angle that we know. If we take the cos of 90 degrees, you get 0. So b squared is equal to a squared plus c squared, and this whole thing is going to turn to 0. So all that we're left with is b squared is equal to a squared plus c squared. And our b is our hypotenuse, and our a and our c are our legs. So what we end up with is the Pythagorean theorem. So the Pythagorean theorem is a special case for the cosine law. So it's really just when your side is 90. So if we take the triangle ABC, we want to find the length of BC, which is our A side. So when you find a length using the cosine law, you want to write your equation with the variable you want to find out first. So a squared is going to be equal to c squared plus b squared minus 2bc cos of a. So our c squared is 10, and our b squared is 17, minus 2 times 10 times 17, cos of our angle, which is 31 degrees. Now because we have a square, we're going to take the square root of both sides, so a is going to be equal to the square root of 10 squared plus 17 squared minus 2 times 10 times 17 cos of 31. And it's best when we do this to type this all into your calculator all at once. So you're probably going to have brackets in there, depending on which calculator you use. So if we type this all out properly, we should get that it equals to 9.877, and we want to round to the nearest tenth of a centimeter, so 9.9 centimeters. So the length of A is 9.9 centimeters. So if we take the triangle PQR, we want to find the length of QR to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. So we're looking for P. So we're going to write in forms of P squared. So P squared is going to be equal to our other side squared plus this side squared minus 2 times 10 times 17 times the cos of our angle opposite P, which is 131 degrees. We want to take the square root of this, so it's going to be equal to the square root of 10 squared plus 17 squared minus 2 times 10 times 17 times the cos of 31 degrees. Type it all into your calculator, and you should get 24.7 centimeters. In order to use the cosine law to find an angle, you first need to know all three sides of the triangle. So if we take triangle KMN, KM equals 16, KN equals 11, and MN equals 6 centimeters. So let's just draw a quick picture. We've got K, M, N, KM is 16, KN is 11, and MN is 6. So we know all of our sides. We want to find angle M. So M squared is equal to K squared plus N squared minus 2KN cos of M. So our M squared is 11, because it's opposite of M, is equal to our K squared, which is 6, plus N squared, which is 16, minus 2 times 16 times 6 cos of M. Now we want to manipulate this so that we get cos M by itself. So I'm going to write cos M on my left side. So plus 2 times 16 times 6 cos M to both sides because I want it on my left side. And I'm going to subtract 11 squared from both sides. So I'm going to be left with 2 times 16 times 6 is 192. So 192 cos of M is going to be equal to 6 squared plus 16 squared minus 11 squared. And I want to divide both sides by 192. So cos of M is going to be equal to 6 squared plus 16 squared minus 11 squared over 192. And we want to find angle M, so we're going to go M is equal to cos to the negative 1 of 6 squared plus 16 squared minus 11 squared divided by 192. And if you type this into your calculator to the nearest degree, M equals 27 degrees. So for the second example, in triangle STU, ST equals 16 centimeters, SU equals 20 centimeters, and TU equals 6 centimeters. We want to find T. So let's draw a quick picture. STU, ST is 16, TU is 6, and SU is 20. So we want to find angle T. So we're going to go T squared, which is 20 squared, is equal to 6 squared plus 16 squared minus 2 times 6 times 16 cos of T. So if we multiply 2 times 6 times 16, we get 192. So we're going to add 192 cos T to both sides and subtract 20 squared from both sides. So we get 192 cos of T is equal to 6 squared plus 16 squared minus 20 squared. Divide both sides by 192, and we're going to take cos to the negative 1. So cos to the negative 1, T equals cos to the negative 1 of 6 squared plus 16 squared minus 20 squared divided by 192. Type this all into your calculator, and you should get 124 degrees.